you guys, thanks so much for clicking on my channel. We're all smiles over here. I am Will Sanja, like asking a question. Will Sanja help you keep your smile for today? And hopefully the answer is yes, you guys. I'm trying not to keep it long, but you already know. If it gets good, I'm gonna keep on talking. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to go to next. Today is not your strength. Listen, you're trying to get it done by yourself. You're trying to force it to work. Listen, God said it's not by your might, it's not by your power, but it's by his spirit. Why don't you include God in what you're doing? If you do, I guarantee you, you will be satisfied at the end of the day. What you're trying to do over there is do it by yourself. And when you do it by yourself, you'll see it's going to take much longer, and you'll see that it's still not going to be done, and you'll see that you're going to end up being frustrated. But if you have help on the side to help you, then if you include that help, which is God, then guess what? It's going to happen much quicker. It will be done correctly, and you'll be happy at the end of the day. You will. You just got to use your help. God never designed you or me to carry the full load. He never designed us to carry the full load. He said his yoke is easy and his burden is light. Which means what? You got to cast all your cares upon him. But you're trying to do it yourself. You said, I could do it. That's ego talking. That's you and your flesh. So now I could make it work. I could fix it. I could get him to do that. I could get her to do that. I could force. And if you get so much into that space where you're trying to control and make it happen, don't you know that's a form of witchcraft? I know you say, oh, well, here she goes. I'm telling you, whenever you're trying to manipulate something, manipulation is a form of witchcraft. You do know that, right? So when you're trying to manipulate, when you're trying to force something into be without using the power of God, God's spirit, then you're in the wrong. God told you to rely on him. He did. Now, he may help you to do some things concerning what you're doing, but not all of it. He said he will not allow any temptation to overtake you. That's what he said. He won't give you anything that you can't bear. That means what? He's there to help you carry that load. So it's not in your strength. I don't care how strong you think you are in that particular area. I don't care. You say, well, I have a degree concerning this. Who cares? You don't know more than God. You still haven't scratched the surface of what God knows. I told you his eyes are in every place, beholding the good and the evil, which means that he sees everything. Not just in this year, 2020, far and beyond. He knows best. God says, lean not to your own understanding, but in all of your ways, all in my ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct our path. That's what he said. He said he will teach us and instruct us in the way that we should go, and his eyes will guide us. So you don't know it all. I don't know it all. It's not in your strength. It's not in my strength. Give it to God. Take it to God and leave it there. And watch what happens. Watch how you have a smoother road to the destination where you're trying to get. But the route you're taking right now, trying to do it your way, not using God's GPS, you're going to find yourself going in circles. Why? Because you're going to keep getting lost. You're going to keep getting hiccups, in other words. I don't know why I had to pretend to do a hiccup, but you're going to have hiccups along the way, potholes along the way, flat tires along the way, your engine shutting off along the way, your headlights shutting off at the end of the day. You will, which means what? You will find yourself having resistance, all because you're not using God's guidelines. Trust God's word. He said it's not by your might, not by your power, but by his spirit. Allow God to help. He's there for you. He's there for you. And I already told you, he said what? He will give his angels charge over you to help keep you in his ways. That's what he said. He got you. Use what you've been given. You got help right there, but you're not using it. You got a phone call right there, in other words. Phone call is just calling God, hey, God, I need you. God said when you call on him, he will answer, and he will be there to deliver you. Psalms 95, read it. He will be there, not only there to help you, but he will be there with you in trouble. And he said he will indeed deliver you, and he will set you on high. He will honor you, and he will do what? He will satisfy you. He will, with long life. That's what he said. That's what he said. So listen, trust God. That's what it all boils down to. You got to trust God. And if you can't find yourself trusting God, then you're in a state of being in control. And if you're in a state of being in control, that means you're going to do it the way you want to, as far as you're going to manipulate that thing the best way you can to get it to work. And I told you that's a form of witchcraft, because now you're trying to manipulate. You're trying to make something curve into a way that is not supposed to be designed. God says, give it to him, and he'll get it done. Just give it to God. That's all you got to do. Now I'm just repeating myself, but I hope y'all got this. If you didn't, rewind and watch again. But in the meantime, in between time, if you take just a little bit of what I'm telling you and apply to your life to the best of your ability, you won't ever have to mess with smile. Why? Because your smiles will always be genuine. Listen, be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed. Remember, it's not your strength. Use the power, the Spirit of God, and watch how he will guide you to your destiny, guide you to the victory. I told you yesterday, God says what? Sevenfold blessings and sevenfold deliverance. And the only way that blessing and the deliverance is going to come is if you relinquish your control and rely on God's wisdom, his knowledge, his way for you. Y'all get it, got it good, because I feel myself about to talk again. I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all know what's coming next. Ciao.